Today we'll talk about finishing moves. We'll discuss 6 different finishing moves around the basket and the scenarios in which you would use those moves. The 6 moves that we'll talk about are just a straight layup, a 2-foot power finish, a pro hop step through, a step back, and then a step back rocker. Our first move is just a basic layup. This is the first finishing move that any basketball player would learn from elementary up, and we still use it at the high school level. You would use this move when there's no defender between the ball handler and the basket, and that defender is trailing. With a straight layup, you're trying to get to the basket as quickly as you can. If you're on the right side of the rim, you'll shoot the ball with your right hand and jump off of your left foot. The last step with my left foot would indicate my right knee comes up with my right elbow going up, and the ball in my hand, and I'm pushing that ball as I shoot it. All right, our second finishing move is a 2-foot power jump stop with a ball fake. Now, you'd use this move if your defender is really tight to your back and you're worried that if you make a layup move, the defender would come across your body to block it. So, tight defender on your back, ball in right hand, 2-foot jump stop, pump fake with the ball to get that defender in the air, and then explode up and shoot the ball. Our third step, our third move will be a step back. Now, we've already shown the moves where you've got no defender between you and the basket, where you've got a defender tight to your back. Now we're actually going to challenge a defender in front of us. And we're going to create space with that defender by stepping into him and then pulling back with the ball and pulling up for a jump shot. So by driving into the defender, I've caused the defender to go back. And by pulling the ball back, I've created that gap that I need to get my shot off. So this is called the step back. All right, our complement to the step back, what we've just accomplished was we've created space by driving into our defender and then pulling back. The second or third time you do that, the defender is going to get wise to you, and he's not going to fall back on that step to him or her. So what they do instead is they continue to crowd you. So we will drive into that defender, draw the defender back with us, and then do what we call a rocker step, where we bring that ball right back towards the defender and towards the basket. So we call this a step back rocker. It's a bit of an advanced skill, and if you carry the ball, or if you don't get your footwork correct, it'll be a turnover. So really focus on the emphasis of keeping your dribble going while you jab step, dribble, rock back, and then dribble forward again. So the step back rocker. So our moves so far have come at the situations where we've got an open basket with no defender between the ball handler and the basket, or we've got a defender tight to the back of the ball handler, and we've got a defender in front that we're creating space through the step back and the step back rocker. Now we're going to see a move where we're going to try to split 2 defenders. Both defenders are either at the level of the ball or a little before the ball, and this is called a pro hop. This is by far the most complicated of the moves and the most prone to a turnover if you do it incorrectly. Our demonstrator will show a defense of 2 chairs and how he's going to split the chairs. The big point of emphasis is the ball is going to be dribbled with the outside hand, and before we do the hop, we need to make one final dribble with the final step before the hop. So our defender, our dribbler will attack the defenders, dribble, hop, and step through with the ball to split the defenders. Our final move, our final finishing move, is a continuation or a counter to the pro hop. Now you've done the pro hop, you've split your 2 defenders, but you find another defender, or perhaps one of the defenders that you split, getting between you and the basket. So after we land, we'll pump fake and then step through to shoot a layup. 2 points of emphasis in order to do this, to make this an effective move though, will be when the player does his hop or her hop, they have to pound the ball with the hop so that that hop and the last dribble are simultaneous. Okay. The second point is they have to land on 2 feet, because if you land on 2 feet after pounding the ball with a hop, either foot can be your pivot foot and you don't travel. If you dribble and then hop and land on 2 feet, any move from there will be a travel. Or if you land on 1 foot and then the other, and then pick up the wrong foot, it's a travel. So pound and hop simultaneously, land on 2 feet, and then you're able to pivot on either foot to do this step through. All right, we just demonstrated 6 finishing moves that can be effective at the rim. The key with those moves is knowing when to use them. If you've got a clear basket, if you've got a defender tight to your hip, if you've got a defender in front of you that you're trying to create space from, or if you're trying to split defenders. The other key is to make sure you're able to do these moves with both hands. Our demonstrator showed it all from the right side for consistency's sake, but when he was doing his drills or during his workouts, he would do one on the right, one on the left, etc., to try to strengthen that left hand and to finish that. If you're not able to use both hands, you've effectively cut the court in half for yourself, and that doesn't help you or your team.